For his second album with the House of Love, Fontana, Guy Chadwick has put the difficulties of the last few years behind him and concentrated on, what else, the difficulties of the years before that.
I was a kind of late developer, and I do have this sort of resentment at my lack of motivation during my, teens. And I just got too easily messed up by sort of various situations and too distracted, to do anything really positive. And it annoys me, in retrospect. But it's just, I wouldn't change anything now because it's kind of worked out okay for me, so.
Look at him shouting out, loud as thunder out at sea. He wants a bomb, so do we. A bomb from the sky is the perfect crime.
The new single is called The Beatles and the Stones, a gentle tribute which sounds precisely like neither.
It's kind of a very personal song. It's just about the way I was feeling at the time, and it was at a time when I sort of was thinking that I couldn't do anything in music, really. I was quite low and everything, and I just had this, I just felt, I've always really liked the Beatles and the Stones, loved them, and the sentiment and the way I felt at the time was I'm just not as good as these groups, and as these writers, I never will be,
In a garden in the house of love, there's nothing real, just a coat of arms. I'm not the pleasure that I used to be, so young, just 18. She, shine on.
When the House of Love moved to a major label, they took a fair number of their old songs with them and have been busily re-recording them.
I'm really pleased with the way those re-recorded tracks sound. I've never had any problem about sort of re-recording things. We're working on tracks at the moment. Sometimes you record things for B-sides or something, and you just think, well, they're too good to use as B-sides, and you want them to be on an LP. At the end of the day, in sort of like 10 years' time, when maybe the House of Love aren't around, all that people listen to, all that would be left is like LPs to listen to.
It's been a painful experience watching the House of Love struggle to reclaim their place in the world of swirly guitar pop. There's no question that the band had a rough patch between their two albums, and the departure of their guitarist, Terry Bickers, caused plenty of speculation in the music press.
Oh, he was very important, and I started the group with him. He was the first person that I got involved with. And I still am very sad about the fact that he's not in the group anymore, because he put so much energy into the early sort of 2 years, of the group. And, his enthusiasm was fantastic. But I think he just went off being in the group, and it got to the point where he just didn't contribute anything and started to become very destructive, and really made it difficult for the group to carry on.
There's a shiver in my skin and a snake within my mind. I'm so cold, and love was just a lesson, a little bit of history. Oh, it's so kind. Dethrone and restate, cut the fool.
There's loads of good rock bands around, and I don't think any one group is capable of saving any particular kind of music. There's loads of good groups around, and I don't consider ourselves to be any better or any worse than a lot of other groups around. I think we're special in some respects, but I've just never really been intimidated by that.
Rapido.